Up next on the Young Escape podcast.
Hey guys, to interject here, I don't see this working out for you, Chazz.
Oh. Yeah, it is a little bit Chazz. I think you do need to figure out, like...
Well, wait a minute. What?
Welcome, humans. Greetings from the future.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Young Escape podcast. So make some noise for your host, Chazz Michaels.
Yes. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Young Escape podcast. I am your host, Chazz, and today McKenna and I had a juicy chat with Jeff Owens from 10th Avenue North. From everything about how 10th Avenue North and TYE first met, what the process was like while making their latest record, No Shame, 10th Avenue North's farewell tour, all the way down to the existence of aliens. So make sure you stick around for that. But first, I want to give a quick thanks to our sponsors, Nike, Adidas, Google, Gatorade, and Oreos. That's right, Oreos is our new sponsor. I mean, who wouldn't want to sponsor the biggest podcast there is? Am I right? Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Because right now we're going to hop into our section TYE Updates with McKenna Johns from The Youngest Cut.
Hey guys, what's up? So for those of you tuning in for the first time, I'm McKenna Johns and I sing in The Young Escape. And this is Chazz Michaels. And if you don't know Chazz is one of our good friends. He's from Antarctica. He grew up with penguins and polar bears. And he is also a podcast host / aspiring rapper. And we actually met at a Club Penguin convention in Dubai.
That's right, we did, didn't we?
We did.
Yes, because you guys are huge fans of Club Penguin, right?
We were,
all the time.
We played Club Penguin all the time growing up, but I just never thought that, you never think you're going to meet like your podcast host through Club Penguin.
Right. Yeah, I find the game a little insulting.
Yeah.
But it's pretty fun.
I could see that.
Pretty fun.
I could see that. No, that's awesome.
Because I grew up with penguins and polar bears.
Yeah.
But McKenna, thank you for being here today. This is our section TYE Updates. And basically what you're going to do is just tell the people what you've been up to,
Well, it's been kind of a serious time. Our world is in what feels like really heavy, uncertain times, and so we've been praying for our world today, just for blessings and peace and health over everyone, as the COVID-19 virus has definitely been like a huge thing for us today. And so we've just been doing our part. We've been staying home, and so we've been home as a family of 8 for the past 3 weeks, which has been a little bit crazy for me. There's everyone else is introverts, but I'm an extrovert, so I'm having a hard time with it. But we're making music, we're creating, and we're also running a merch sale right now. And we're trying to do our part by supporting Riverside Life Services, and they help women with unplanned pregnancies. And their annual fundraising event was actually canceled due to this recent crisis. And so we've supported their ministry as a family when we were, in Riverside, California for years before the inception of our band. And so right now we're donating 10% of all of our merch sales to help them during this time. And, people's purchases help them continue to support women and children during this tough time. And it helps us stay alive because our tour was actually just canceled.
Yes.
And our ability to earn money on the road has been honestly temporarily eliminated. And so touring is really the only way we make money. And with our tour canceled, it's tough to survive. And so, so we're doing 20% off your order at our online pop-up shop, theyoungescape.com/shop. And you can use the code BETTER, all caps. And BETTER is actually an unreleased song that we shared with our fan base during this time.
I didn't get the email.
You didn't get the email?
I didn't know. Yeah.
So use the code BETTER, and our purchases come with our unreleased song Better, and a free TYE sticker and a handwritten note from yours truly. And if you like, you can also ask us to sign anything in your purchase note.
Absolutely fantastic. And all that is linked down in the description, right, McKenna? That is right.
So Chazz, tell me, because during this time, I know we talked a little bit about this in the podcast already with Jeff Owen, but what are you doing during this time? Because I know you're an artist and you're wanting to be a rapper under the name Chazz the Rapper. And so how are you creating during this time? Like, just talk to me about that.
Yeah, well, McKenna, basically, out here in Antarctica, I'm always isolated, right? I'm not like you guys where I could go hang out with everybody all the time and everything like that. So I'm basically home all the time, just working on my
you're
craft.
used to this.
Right, I'm used to this. And I'm just gonna come out right now and say it, okay?
Okay.
I'm meeting with this label.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm meeting with a label tomorrow. And
You are.
yeah, the name is it's Atlantic. Atlantic. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I heard they're kind of big, right?
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I believe it'll go very well, and I believe it's going to be a good run for me.
Yeah.
I've just been really honing in my craft
Wow.
and working hard at my rap career, and I think it's gonna go big time.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I'm excited for you, Atlantic. That's huge, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty crazy, man. Wishing you the best. You should keep us updated.
Yeah, I will. I will tune
Let
you
us
guys in
know.
on the next podcast.
Yeah,
Let you know how it
could
went.
share a demo or two.
Yeah, I'll share some demos, and I'll let you guys know how that meeting goes.
Perfect.
Thank you guys so much for listening to the TYU updates, McKenna. Thank you very much. Oh, wow. McKenna, you ready to do this?
I'm ready to do this,
McKenna, I want you to be a little more pumped because this is like,
Yeah.
this is a new episode,
Oh, it is?
Yeah, because there's like a big box of Oreos right here, and I'm about to
Yeah.
just devour it, so we got to get
Well,
started.
don't do that yet because you got to talk some, too.
Yeah, go for it. Go ahead and introduce who we have today, McKenna.
Well, I want you to introduce who we have here today.
Really? We have someone who is truly amazing, right, McKenna?
Yep.
I would say I would say a legend.
Yeah.
McKenna, I would say a legend. We have Mr. Jeff Owen from 10th Avenue North. A round of applause.
Yeah, let's go.
Jeff, how are you today?
Hi, Chazz. Hi, McKenna.
What's up, Jeff?
I'm so good. Thank you. Thank you for asking.
Jeff, the last time I spoke to you was during it was the second podcast we've ever done, McKenna.
Yeah.
Wow. And let me tell you, I was not good back then. I listened to that podcast the other night, and it was pretty bad.
It was pretty bad.
I can guarantee this one's going to be a
I think
little
you were
better.
really nervous for that one.
Yes, I was very nervous because it was like my first,
Yeah.
real podcast.
Are you nervous right now?
I'm a little sweaty.
Just a little bit.
Palms are a little sweaty,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so.
I'm all about second chances, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. What was your impression of me on the first one? Were you like, who's this guy? Who's this guy from Antarctica?
Yes, exactly. Who is this guy, and why is this camper so hot?
Yes,
Exactly.
I remember that.
Yeah, because we were at J-Fest, I believe.
Yes, that's right.
So listen up, everybody. Jeff is part of a band that we definitely would not be a band without called 10th Avenue North. He's an amazing writer and producer. He produced the most recent 10th Avenue North record, which we love, No Shame,
Wow.
which we had the honor of featuring on. And this is a bittersweet time because this is actually the farewell year for 10th Ave. But before we hop into all of that, for all of our listeners, Jeff, you got to tell us a couple things about yourself, maybe some random things. And we got to talk about how we met.
Oh, yeah. I love it. Random things.
Yeah, two random things.
Two random things. I grew up in Anderson, Indiana. That's not really random. Hometown thing. That's not random. Think of something random.
I like it.
Of course.
Okay.
I think it's cool.
I love mowing the yard. That's random.
Really?
Yes.
He loves mowing the yard. What's your favorite food?
My favorite food?
Yeah.
Ooh, it's usually spaghetti. Like that's my favorite dish. But I love Mexican food.
Wow.
Amazing.
Love it. Yeah.
And Jeff, what is your view on aliens? Like, do you believe in aliens?
No, Ken, I think we should save that for. I think we should save that for
save that?
later. Yeah,
Okay,
I
we're
think
gonna save that. Okay.
That's a juicier
I was
topic
gonna say
for
we're
later.
diving right in.
Yeah,
I
I know.
love it.
Let's save that for a little bit later. Let's
Okay,
talk about
Chaz,
how
I know you
guys,
want to talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about how
Okay.
you guys met.
Okay.
The Young Escape and 10th Avenue North.
We opened for you guys back in 2016, I believe, in Simi Valley. In Simi Valley, California.
Wasn't that long ago.
It was. Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Good night.
Yeah.
I remember. Just like it was yesterday. We were just. It was another festival for us that summer. Busy summer, and our band. When you play a lot of those festivals, there's a lot of acts and a lot of local acts. And usually the local acts, you don't really stick around for the local acts because, they really haven't had a chance to really refine their craft at that stage in their career. But, I think we had met you guys
Yeah.
before you had actually played.
You did. You watched our sound check.
Wow.
We
Wow.
watched your sound check.
You did. It was so nerve-wracking.
Oh my gosh. I actually don't remember the sound check, but I
Yeah.
do remember talking to you guys and just feeling like, oh wow, they're like actually genuinely nice people. And they're not like all about sometimes, sometimes those young artists are a little too eager. They're like they're just, you can tell that they're trying to get at something like could you give me a record deal, or like how do we get to be headlining a festival instead of opening it or whatever. But with you guys, it felt like, oh wow, I feel like you guys grew up in my neighborhood, we just hung out and it was cool. And so I'm like, yeah, I'll support these kids and check out their show. And so we checked out the show, and I remember telling Mike, I was like, I can hear that there's something here. I can tell that, like, and no advantage to you guys, like that first opening slot at a festival is kind of a nightmare. You just like,
It is.
Is that instrument making a noise? Yep. Okay, guys, play your full show now in front of all these people. And
We've all been there.
And it's kind of rough, kind of thrown together. But, we could tell that there was something there. And, like, what was cool is that you guys had a really great sound. Like, it was fresh. It was current. So anyway, I don't know. We hung out. We went to Starbucks that day.
We did. We went to Starbucks.
Met your parents.
Yep. You know what? That was such a powerful connection for us, because I remember, this is crazy because for me personally, I remember walking through just a really hard season of heartbreak, and I was just this super insecure girl in high school, and your guys' song Worn was just such a key part of helping me get through that season of life. And I've been a 10th Avenue North fan for as long as I can remember. So I was on cloud 9 when we got the news that we were going to have the privilege of opening for you. But not only, like, little did I know that it wasn't just going to be opening for you guys. It was going to be this connection where, I mean, you guys took us under your wing from that day forward. And yeah, from the time you took us to Starbucks, we were looking for a new band name at the time. And so you guys were like helping us out with that. And we just never could have imagined that we would gain a mentor like you who would champion us and show up to all of our showcases that we were doing and help us write songs. Like I remember you guys told us, hey, come to Nashville and let's write. And we did. And you guys, usually like when people say that, you're like, oh, okay, like we'll go to Nashville, but I don't know if that's actually going to happen. But you guys did. Like you wrote with us. We wrote some really cool songs together. And ever since then, like you guys have become like brothers. And Jeff, you're the best. You're the best, man.
Oh, shucks.
The best.
But you guys made it easy. It was definitely a God thing, because
It was.
I mean, honestly, like that date was a fly date, and we're like, everybody's exhausted.
Yeah.
Or at the festivals, like there's just a bunch of stuff going on, and so you actually don't even actually witness what's happening on stage, but like maybe a few seconds here and there in passing to things. But it was cool to be able to actually engage with you guys on that day, and it's super cool. I think it was just God just put that together.
Yeah. No, I don't think you'll ever realize how much that was such like that was like the start. Like you guys really gave us like our start, and I don't think you'll ever realize how like grateful we are for that, and just how like you said, like it was a fly date, and so you guys were like really exhausted, but just the time that you guys pour into young artists and the next generation, it inspires us to do the same thing for other young artists that will open for us. And you just don't understand the impact. But Jeff, what was it like producing? We're gonna hop right into this. No Shame. And how did you guys decide that you wanted to feature us on it?
Ooh,
Juicy question.
It was really cool from my perspective. Like where I kind of started, my brother went to Full Sail, it's an engineering school in Orlando a long time ago. And his major was studio engineering. And so like he taught me the ropes of it. Like there's this thing called Pro Tools, and you can record a track as many times as you want. As many times as you want, really. And like I fell in love with it. And so like golly, that was 2001.
Wow.
Or 2002.
Yeah.
And even when I joined 10th Ave, like in 2006, like I had a little M-Box, and I was just recording, you know. I was throwing on the drums on my own. I was just writing these little songs and recording them and loved it, and had done some other stuff. So anyway, like I had done some like EPs, and I had done the band's Christmas record.
Yeah.
Most of it anyway. And I'd done an EP for the band at that point, but we had recorded 5 full studio records. So
wow.
I think like, and I had just been writing a ton the last 4 years. I've just been writing a ton.
Yeah.
And just getting better, refining my craft. Like I've been in a band for a long time, but I think just kind of owning it and like, okay, I don't just play guitar in this band. Like I also have this other, I would call it like a craving. Like, like I just love creating. Like being in the studio is my favorite part of this band. And I've always wanted to do it. And I just want to try to be more confident. Like, okay, God's put in my heart. How confident am I going to choose to be in this? And so anyway, it was a long time coming, but I think we had done successful records. We had done the record like that we wanted to do. We got John Fields for this record, Cathedrals, and we like had written and demoed the snot out of these songs that we loved. And we went to Blackbird. It was amazing.
Wow.
Like the pinnacle of studios with this great dude that's worked on Miley Cyrus and the Jonas Brothers and like all this great music, and made this incredible record that we loved. And it actually didn't do that well. Shock me. Sometimes that happens in the music industry. You make your favorite piece of music and it doesn't do well. But I think the time was just like, we had written all these songs, and a lot of them were birthed out of stuff that I had, you know, the demo was my production, you know, a lot of the stuff, like, I kind of had proven myself at that point, I believe, and so I got the chance to record our record, and it was, I mean, it was super cool because we did almost all of it here in my home studio.
That's
and
amazing.
So, you know, when you're in a band, you kind of like will throw something down, and it's like, hey guys, can I go back in and actually just try that one more time? Or, you know, 2 weeks later, like, I don't know about that thing. Like, let's go back and redo it. And so it kind of felt, because sometimes when you're the producer, you kind of feel like the pressure of like, I don't want to inconvenience him. Like, how many requests is too many requests? And so I kind of I was in the hot seat, you know, behind the helm. And so it was cool to just be able to reapproach things, and just have that, a creative process that didn't feel as formal. And so it was really fun. You know, we like to take chances in our band with obscure songs or sounds. But I think at that point we had learned, you know, where the line really is. We don't want to go too far, you know, and lose our fans or the entire demographic of CCM music. But so I don't know. It was really fun. I loved it. I'm really proud of it. I still, when I listen back, I go, you know what? This turned out pretty good.
It did.
Absolutely fantastic.
It's amazing. And hearing you guys play it live too, man.
Oh, it's fun. And you guys were working on your single that's out now, right?
We were.
Top 5. We
were so alive. We were. We were working on that at the same time, And I remember even too, like just you know, because I know that this is like a bittersweet time. It's your guys' farewell year, but being able to open for you guys and then being featured on the title single. No. But even I remember when we played Soulfest together earlier this past year. I was just like in this crazy weird season. I think it was like my insecurities getting the best of me. And I remember like, oh my gosh, I was gonna go on stage and sing No Shame with the band that literally has gotten me through some of the worst times of my life. And I got really nervous. And the second I go on stage, I remember my pack died. And I was freaking out and I couldn't hear a thing. And I don't know what happened. I lost signal, but I remember, and it was like such a huge crowd too. I was like literally about to pee my pants, but it was a moment for me that I look back on now. And I remember we were talking about this tonight as a band. Like you need to have at least like one person in your life who truly believes in you, because to get to the level that we want to get to, you're going to have like a lot of people tearing you down or telling you that was like a bad night, or, you know, you need that person to build you up. And I feel like you've really been one of those people for us, because I remember coming off stage after and you were like, hey, that was amazing. Like, what? Your pack died? I didn't realize. And like you've always been the person to, you know, because we've gotten like as a band too, like I think you get this, like we've gotten messages on Instagram that are not always the kindest, and like those, you tend to listen to that more than you do the kind words that people say. Yeah. And so, but it's like, no, yeah, but to have, this is like a quote that we were reading tonight as a band, like to love a person is to learn the song that is in their heart and to sing it to them when they have forgotten. And I feel like we have so many people like that in our lives, but you being one of them, like you've always like reminded us of what, like, you know, like, guys, why are you fighting for this? Why are you doing this? Why are you writing this song? Why are you singing this? Why are you performing this? Like, it's always been that cool connection. So that's something that I feel like I've learned so much through playing with you guys, singing with you guys a couple times, and you know, singing on that last song. And that was just, yeah, it's been like a crazy journey. So I have a huge heart for the No Shame record. And
I love it. Well, we're so grateful that you're on the song too, because, you know, when you're working on it, you don't know that it's your last project.
Yeah,
I guess, like, as it stands, I mean, maybe in a couple of years, like, we'll go, hey, you know, let's put out one more, like, independently or whatever. Yeah. But more than likely, this is it, you know, major, like, in our heyday kind of a thing. And so, yeah, to have you guys there at the end of it is really cool. But that, you know, that came about. We had that song, and it's funny because you probably go through this as a band, like, we had the song No Shame. We had a version where Mike was on it the whole time.
Yeah.
And, you know, truth be told, this is actually because of Mike. He was like, there needs to be a female singer on this. And me and everybody else were like, man, I don't know, man. Like, it feels pretty good, like, as it is. Like, yeah. No, we should have a feature, like a female feature. I don't know, like, it feels really great, like, as it is. And like,
yeah, let's
just try it. Let's just, you know, like, who could be on it? And we're like, I don't know if there's anybody that would, like, fit this song.
Yeah. And
like do it well. And then your name was mentioned, and we were like, that's kind of the end of the list.
Aww.
So like, you came over, you threw down, like,
yeah,
do this, try this, you know?
Yeah.
And an hour later, like, you gave us, like, plenty, like, to work with, and threw it in. And I think you and Luke even, like, were back at home, like, hey, we need more ad-libs in this section at the end or whatever. And you threw them down and
sent them over.
Turned out awesome. Like, Luke's I can't imagine the song without you now. So
well,
that's how it happened, you know. Like, you don't write songs and like, this is going to be featuring this other person, or it's going to have this. Like, sometimes that stuff just kind of blobs together. And,
yeah, that's so true.
You kind of are riding the wave of the moment, and you know, this one turned out smashingly. So happy to have you and the band name on there, which is really cool.
It was like an honor.
It's fantastic.
Yeah,
well, I'm gonna let
so
you guys know right now, if you guys ever need like a rap feature or anything like that, you know.
Are you talking about your project?
Oh yeah, this goes for you too, McKenna. You know, if you guys ever need like a rap feature on anything, I'm always open.
Chazz the Rapper.
Yes, that is my name. Yes, Chazz the Rapper.
Has this whole interview just been like a pitch, like working up to your pitch for this?
Oh.
Well, No, I mean, I don't mean to impose or anything. I don't want you guys to think I was taking advantage of anything or anything like that.
McKenna, why don't you just stick
Yeah.
to
Yeah, next question. Let's move on. Let's move on to the next question. Right?
You know,
Oh,
I think that Chazz. So Chazz lives in Jeff. I don't know if you know this because I know you guys have only talked like once.
Right,
and,
right,
You know,
right.
Jeff and I go way back, so we know each other. But so Chazz is actually stuck in Antarctica, and
Yes.
you know, because you know this COVID-19's going around, and we've been praying for peace and health and safety over people, but we know that there's so many people at home right now, and so Chazz is stuck at home in Antarctica, and
Right.
he's alone. He's coming in from his Antarctica
I'm in
studio.
my studio right now from Antarctica. Just
the
So-
power of technology.
Exactly.
Amazing.
So he's been making lots of demos in the meantime.
right. Yes.
So yeah, if you want to hear any of them, he just wanted me to tell you that he can send them to you through a Dropbox link maybe, and
Yeah, you know.
I love it.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's when Chaz says, because they're ice cold.
Right. Yes,
Some
exactly.
fact, some
Exactly.
phrase.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, I think the label would pick you up.
Yeah, you know, that's what I'm thinking. That's the goal. You know,
Oh.
the goal is to
That's the
you know,
goal?
get this rapping career off the ground and move, you know, to America, become an American citizen. You know.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
because I was born in Antarctica. You
Yeah.
know. So that's the goal. But enough about me. Okay. You know, let's move
Yeah.
on to the next question.
Okay.
How about that?
Well,
Let's go on.
okay. Speaking of COVID-19, Jeff, what are you doing to stay creative and healthy and happy during this crazy time that our world is going through?
Creative, healthy, and happy. You know, we actually have been able to adopt a schedule in our household, which
Good.
like, with traveling is really, really hard to do. So
Yeah.
like the kids are on a homeschool schedule, and I have time where I write during the day. I have a reading hour in the morning, and
Good.
then writing back here in the studio, and
Yeah.
then family time the rest of the day. It's really great. Oh, you know, I actually have tried to run. I hate running.
You've been running.
I've been running.
Luke likes running.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
Luke,
I know
he seems
Luke
like
likes
that.
running.
Yeah.
I hate running.
Yeah. You guys should go on a
But
run
I'm like-
together.
No, I would only bring him down. It's actually kind of bad.
You guys can hold hands. He can hold your hand while you guys are running. So
Well, that
He'd be like dragging me along.
he seems like a pretty fit dude. You know.
no, he's kind of.
I try. But running's just so...
It is hard.
Anyway,
It is different.
but I'm like, I don't know. It's painful, but I'm trying to make a habit, see if like I get better. And then,
Hey, I like it.
Because you can't go to any gyms and like the
No, you
group
can't.
fitness thing. It's like, I don't know. What do you do on your own? I'll run.
Yeah.
But yeah, we made s'mores tonight. Then we watched
Good.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Wow.
Whoop. Yeah, no, that's made. I think that's been, for us too. Family time's been super key, because it's sad when you get your tours canceled. I know that your guys' farewell tour has been postponed for a second here, which was definitely probably a crazy thing to happen. I'm sure you guys didn't expect that, but
Yeah. Surprise, this is our last tour. And we can't finish it.
Surprise. I
because
know.
This crazy pandemic. What?
I know it's crazy times, but I remember when you first called me and you told me that you guys were going to be headed out on your last tour, and I cried so hard after I got off the phone with you because you guys have been a huge part of our story and always will be. But as this season for you with 10th Ave is coming to a close, what are some of the new dreams that you're dreaming up, and like what do you feel is coming up next for you? I know that you're still producing and writing, but what are some things that you're sensing that's coming up in this new chapter?
What a great question. I am full throttle, like doing this film and TV sync writing,
Ooh.
like commercials. So, I signed with Centricity Publishing. It'll be 2 years in May. For this reason, but the band, you're touring, doing other records. So it really has been part-time, but I'm kind of, as the band's winding down, I'm winding this thing up and just trusting, because it's not like it's not like you play a show and you receive a check and that's how you make your living. It's you're writing these songs, turning them in, and who knows what happens after that. Like, it's got to be the right song at the right time, and even more rarely, you know, in that regard of film and commercial work. So just kind of trusting that God, not kind of trusting, really legitimately, like actually leaning on the everlasting arms that like this, you know, works and can do it. So writing, I mean,
I love it.
Yeah, and I'm writing, you know, with other artists, CCM. You know, people are always like, what about like the producing? And I do production when it's just the right thing. Like I don't want to be in the studio like just making music for anybody, because I really want to just feel like I believe in the project, or it's really fun, or they're friends, or, you know, there's some, because you're creating art, like I just want it to be gratifying in that community creative way. So.
Well, you're amazing at that.
Oh, thanks. I'm just trying to lean into what I feel like God has gifted me with. Yeah. And I think for the longest time I was just so insecure, or, you know, I don't want to be too, I don't like promoting myself. I don't like talking about myself, you know, unless someone like you guys asks me specifically to be on a podcast. Like, I'm not just like, hey, guess what I'm doing? I'm doing this and this and this. I can't do it.
No, I feel that.
So just leaning into that. So talk to me in a year, and and hopefully I'll be like, it's been amazing.
It's been amazing. No, I love that.
So many prayers back to back. It was awesome.
Absolutely.
Well, Chazz just loves talking about himself, so this is just refreshing.
Well,
Chazz, maybe you can teach me a thing or two.
I mean, I think, you know, I love hearing Jeff's story.
Oh, I know.
It's fantastic,
amazing, right?
You know?
Yeah.
So don't ever...
Yeah, you've been kind of quiet.
Yeah, so don't... I'm just listening. I'm learning, you know?
Yeah.
Constantly learning.
Okay, well, do you mind if I ask Jeff one more question? And then if you have a question you want to ask him?
Oh, yeah, sure. I can ask him a few questions as well.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Do you want to ask him right now, or do you want me to?
Oh, no, you go ahead.
Okay. Jeff, speaking of that, I know that you said that you've gotten past like certain insecurities and figuring out like who you're meant to be and what you're supposed to be walking in. We've got like so many young listeners, and so what would you say to young people out there who are maybe struggling to figure out what lane to take, who they are, if they're supposed to be in music or if they're supposed to be in something else, or maybe they're trying to chase a music career but they're not really sure as to how to do that, or maybe it's being a producer or a writer? Like, what would you say to encourage someone that's maybe just like struggling with figuring that out?
Oh man,
I know that's a big one.
Gosh. So with pursuing something that you feel, okay, so as a band, we get this all the time. Like, how did you know you were called to be in a band?
Yeah.
And our answer is always like, we weren't called to be in a band. Everybody has the same calling, and that's to go and make disciples.
Yeah.
And so, like, there was no burning bush telling me to be in a band or to do writing. You kind of approach everything open-handed, with before the Lord, and you know, we're not talking about like money laundering. Like this isn't. You know, I think a lot of people, they don't, like in my case especially. Yeah. In my younger years, I was like, I don't want to be so selfish as to write music, even if it's not like Christian or worship music, like that feels selfish or wrong. But like going and making disciples and serving the Lord, you take your vocation and you use that in service of the Lord, and like in response to like the abundance of love and grace that God has given to you, and so that you can go and share it with the world. Yeah. Just like, you know, it's your tent making. You could be a plumber, you could be a songwriter. Like, who are the people in your sphere? How are you loving those people well? So if you feel like you want to write songs, then write songs. If you feel like you are writing songs and it's not paying your bills, well, then find some way to pay your bills, but also write songs.
Yeah.
And you kind of just keep moving forward. And it's difficult because a lot of times it seems like you can post one video online now and you can be a star.
Yeah.
Or you can have what's that? Is it the 10,000 hour rule, where you're not, in order to master something, you need to have done it for 10,000 hours.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like that. Man, there's no one path to anything.
Yeah.
When you're talking about this, gosh, Heather, that's my wife. We were talking. You know, it's my wife, but listening to us.
For the listeners, Heather's amazing.
Yeah, we were talking about. Gosh, I think this was yesterday. Like, there's some people that, like, they can do a lot of things, and it seems like God, gosh, they don't have like one particular calling in their lives. Like, they're great at a lot of different things, and they do a lot of different things. But then there's some people where it seems like they were made for just that one thing. Like, we know it, a nurse that Heather had, and it's like, that's Lauren's like calling, is to be a nurse, and you could just tell, and that's it for them, and that's amazing. You know. So it's kind of interesting. Yeah, I don't know, I feel like God is so big. He can allow so many different things that you can't even wrap your head around. And it doesn't mean that you have to do this a specific way. Sometimes it just kind of looks like a mess of a sinner trying to be redeemed and trying to spread the gospel around, on the earth, just like all the messed up people in the Bible who were not perfect. And so just go explore. You're made in the image of a creator. Go and create.
Wow.
And and just be awesome and give God credit.
I love that.
It's fantastic.
Chazz, back to you. What are you eating, Chazz?
I'm sorry, because I've begun digging into these Oreos.
Okay.
For the past like 3 minutes now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, hey, like, since we're on the advice train,
Yeah.
Jeff's a legend, right?
He is a legend.
You're not a legend, but
I'm not a legend.
maybe someday.
Maybe someday.
What would you guys say to, I don't know, maybe a kid from Antarctica who's trying to get his rap career off the ground, he's got other things on his plate, like he runs one of the biggest podcasts on the planet.
Oh, okay.
And he lives in Antarctica, which is kind of a minus.
Oh.
What would your guys' advice be? And I wanted to say this real quick, I know one of my biggest inspirations actually is Taylor Swift. It's not
Oh, you like
yes. And she has this quote where it's what's a step up from beautiful? Gorgeous. Yes. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So what?
What would you guys? What
was your
say?
point with that last part?
Oh, no, I just wanted to share my favorite Taylor Swift quote.
Okay. Because she's just a huge inspiration.
Right.
That's so interesting to me. Like, I think it's so crazy that you are, a rap artist. You're Chazz the rapper, but you are so inspired by Taylor Swift.
Yes. Yes.
That's pretty crazy.
Yes.
I think that's really unique. You must have like some pop sensibilities then. Just being immersed in Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I love the. Yes. Anyway, so
Hey guys,
what would you guys say to that?
To interject here, I don't see this working out for you, Chazz.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is a little bit, Chazz. I think you do need to figure out, like...
Well, wait a minute. What? What do you mean?
I don't know. The Antarctica thing, your inspiration.
You're a little
Taylor
isolated
Swift.
out there, yeah.
Well, yeah, but I'm trying. I'm trying to become an American citizen. You know. I'm working really hard. I'm studying, American history. I mean, George Washington. Come on.
Yeah.
So he was our 4th president, right? Your 4th president?
No.
Maybe it's your effort. You'll work hard enough. You'll get there one day.
I was gonna say that. I have the drive. The drive is there.
Yeah.
I'm ready to work as hard as I
keep
can.
driving.
Yeah, keep driving. You have to just stick with it,
So that's your guys' advice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think this is a good segue, McKenna, to go into, let's just move on. So, Jeff, I hear you're a big fan of aliens and alien movies, right, McKenna? You
now
guys,
we're hopping into this.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just want to, let's forget about the last section that just happened. So you guys are into
I've already
alien
forgotten
stuff, right?
about
Great.
Yeah.
You guys
Well,
are into that, right?
We are into that. One time we were on the road and we were on the way. We played this festival called Off the Charts, and we were driving back home, and we had one of those things where we had to leave it like right after we played, and we had to head to the airport, drive straight, and we ended up getting there at 4:00 in the morning. But on the way there, I was texting Jeff and I was like, dude, there's some crazy stuff happening here on the road, like the rain.
There's some alien stuff happening.
Yeah, the rain is like going, like it's raining, but it's going in an upward direction.
Yowzers.
And there's like these weird lights that have been following us for like over 50 miles. And Jeff was like, it's aliens. It sounds like aliens.
Wow.
Do you remember that, Jeff?
I do. I thought that you guys were kidding. But you're saying you weren't?
Well, I was, but I don't think the rest of the band was.
Do you know Antarctica is a UFO hotspot?
Really?
I've seen a lot of UFOs, McKenna.
That's interesting.
Yes. It's crazy.
I've heard that.
Yeah, you guys won't. You guys, you haven't seen what I've seen.
I'm sure you've seen a lot. What else? What were the lights, McKenna? What did they look like?
They were red, and they were just following us in the same spot. Like they didn't move. It was in the same spot for 50 miles. Isn't that
Were
pretty
they
crazy?
in front or behind of?
They were on the side.
Oh.
Yeah. So they were going at the same speed as we were.
Where were
50
you
miles.
again? Where were you?
We were North Dakota. I think it was. I think it was
That's out
North
there.
Dakota. That is out there,
I've heard about some cases over there.
Yeah. No, but Jeff, we share the same. Our band and Jeff, we all love X-Files. And
Yes.
so,
Oh, that's fantastic.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's life is strange and interesting, right?
Yeah.
Like so you kind of see pieces and you see patterns forming and you go, what is that?
Right.
I don't know. I think I've just always been a curious person. And
Yeah.
so that seems to me like a real life caper,
Yeah,
Fantastic.
like a Hardy Boy mystery.
I mean,
Yeah.
we could make a whole other podcast about this,
yeah.
So, this has been fantastic, right, McKenna?
It has.
I think this has
It's been
been a
amazing.
very great. It's some juicy questions.
Yeah.
And some brilliant answers.
Yeah.
It's been a fantastic podcast.
Yeah. No, it's been a
I think-
fantastic podcast.
There needs to be a spin-off podcast.
A spin-off.
A podcast to the podcast.
Wow.
There you go.
There we go.
Light bulb.
Light bulb. Woo.
Hashtag light bulb.
I'm here for it.
Oh, he's here for it. Did you hear that?
What?
Did you hear that? He said he's here for it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what you say these days when you like want to do something.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. Did you hear that? You should write that down.
Jeff, I don't think that's gonna work.
Maybe it just hasn't caught on in Antarctica yet.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah.
Anyways, Jeff, thank you so much for coming on to the podcast.
Yes,
It
Jeff,
has
we
been
love
a blast.
you.
Jeff
Guys.
Owen,
You guys are
10th Avenue
awesome.
North.
Yes, 10th Avenue North. Guys, make sure you go listen to No Shame. Go check out Jeff on Instagram at Jeff Owen. Give him a follow because he's the best. We love Jeff. He's been a friend for a long time now, and we're just super grateful for him. So, Jeff, thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Thanks, guys.
We love you.
I love you guys.
Yes.
I still not decided on Chaz.
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
you.
it's
I love
okay.
you too, Jeff. Was that a little?
He's a
that-
when you don't know him very well, he's very he's just a little strange, but then it's one of those people where you kind of like hang out a couple times and it starts to make some sense.
You do know I'm like here, right? Like I'm
just telling him. I'm just being transparent.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest.
Okay.
So.
Well.
Yeah. Well, maybe for next time. But
yeah.
Love the Young Escape. Love you guys.
Love you, Jeff.
Interviewed, and we'll talk again.
Yes, this is
we'll start our sub podcast.
Yes, the sub podcast for sure.
Love it.
Yes, we love you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Yep. Stay tuned for more episodes where we're interviewing some super cool people like Jeff. We love you guys.
Absolutely.
Thanks for listening.